as well as Tanya Warren, who's the winningest coach in UNI women's basketball history. Adam DeJody and Eric Braley on the call, and we're ready to hoop it up here as the Cyclones immediately shoot a long two-pointer. The toe was on the three-point arc, but immediately within the first 10 seconds, Cyclones are on the board.
Well, coaching staff for Iowa State told me before the game they really didn't want to get trigger happy from the three-point line early, but when the first one goes in, that usually speeds up the second attempt.
Panthers, Maya McDermott, open look, rimming out, and Crooks with her first rebound.
And it's no secret, the Panthers are going to have to make threes today. Without Buffelli, they just have to try to get 3 for 2 sometimes. McDermott had 30 in this game last year. 0 for her first one here early tonight.
Gets the rebound and immediately sprints to the other end of the court. Trying to tie this thing up. Karen Wharton does. A tremendous player out of the Omaha area. And we're tied at 2.
She's had a great start to the season. Just add some offense to UNI's arsenal on that end.
Wraparound pass. Little skip. Now the drive. Hare. And the Panthers were there defensively to jump.
And she does it in just a very unique way. So it's a unique matchup with her playing the 5 technically on defense sometimes, but the 4 on offense.
She's not even 6 feet tall, listed at 5 feet 11 inches. Using every part of the rim and dropping through. The Panthers on top. And Maya McDermott's first bucket. A 4-2 advantage. A little inside-out work for the Cyclones. Back in they go.
Just watch. They're going to try to give Audie Crooks a lot of different looks.
That's her first foul of the game, and it's going against Elise Jaeger. She is a 6'1" freshman forward. Her first career start. As, again, we will say this throughout the broadcast, UNI had a game this weekend against Ball State. Open 3, and it's good. That's the true freshman, Elise Jaeger, who comes into the game averaging just 3 points per game. Her just second made career three-pointer here at UNI.
One of the things Iowa State's really good at is playing at their own pace. They don't get sped up. Even after a made shot by UNI, they'll walk it up, they'll run their actions. They're going to do what they do every single possession.
Emily Ryan with her first points, answering the 3. McDermott finds a little seam, but a little strong off the glass. Goebel had her hand on it, and now Ryan brings it across the half-court line.
You'll see the Cyclones run a little bit more on misses, but they don't run a ton unless they have a real advantage.
Another look, same result. Huge expectations for the Cyclones. They're back on top as Emerson Green in the lineup, strong. Her father's an assistant coach for the Iowa State Cyclones. Her brother's playing in the NBA, A.J. Green for the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is just Emerson's second game back into the lineup after a season-ending ACL knee injury last year. A nice drive and finish, and 8 points now, an 8-0 Emily Ryan run to go up 12-7.
She's just a terrific player. She can do so many different things.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Maya McDermott draws the Cyclones' second team foul. McDermott, one of the best free throw shooters in the country. I'm not just saying that. Statistically, she is.
A few days ago against Ball State, she can really fill it up for UNI.
Out of Johnston, Iowa. Goebel got her Panther paw on that pass, but it goes to Iowa State in transition. A nice heads-up play by Addie Brown, the sophomore, who's averaging 15.8 points per contest.
Addie Brown's terrific. She's the one that kind of falls through the cracks sometimes on the scouting report because she's such a mismatch problem. They got Audie Crooks. They have Emily Ryan.
Open look, Kaba Laube, yes, ring it up. She's the Panthers' sharpshooter, and she knocks in a tray from the corner, and it's a one-possession ball game here. The answer, too strong, and Green clears out with the rebound. Well, the Panthers aren't walking it up the court, are they?
UNI will play at a different pace, especially after misses. They're not going to be as deliberate as Iowa State.
Trying to score in transition, because if you get in that half-court offense, so far, Tanya Warren has to be happy from the performance she's seen from Katie Ryerson, who goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. A scrum on the court, jump ball, and that's going to stay here for the Panthers.
She doesn't know where they're at. She can't feel them and all that kind of stuff. So just a terrible, terrible break for Grace. And Panthers will respond.
Currently trailing just by 1 point with the basketball. Cyclones trying to get a stop, but another offensive rebound. Third time's the charm. No, and Crooks finally secures that basketball. The Cyclones have made 4 out of their last 5 shots from the floor, and Ryan's a perfect 3 of 3.
It's about the biggest lineup UNI puts out there. They've got some real size right now.
Kenzie Hare, the 5'9" junior who averages 7 points per game. She was 13th nationally last season for made three-pointers per game. And the answer at the other end. Both teams shooting about 50% from the field. Shot clock has not gotten down under 10 in this game. Nice interior pass. And the finish by Brown. Cutting was Wettering. Baseline jumper short. And clearing out the rebound is Harris for Iowa State. A 3-point lead in the basketball. 2:25 to go, opening quarter. Nice touch.
That's unguardable. You can bring a double team. You can bring whatever you want. If she goes right shoulder fadeaway, clap your hands and run back because that's all you can be able to do.
She felt where the defenders were. And yeah, when you fade away and have the ball that far back, nobody's blocking that shot.
And that's really where her game has progressed. It's not all brute force, size, and power. She does have skill.
A lot of Iowa natives playing in this in-state matchup. And there's another look at one of them. Elise Jaeger does it again. You said the Panthers are going to need that shot. Crooks, the offensive rebound, put back, no. Ball kicked out. And the Panthers out of the Missouri Valley Conference.
And something's got to give tonight because both these teams average close to 80 points a game. Iowa State's giving up 50. UNI is giving up 62. Something has to give.
She's 2 for 2, and there's 5 on the shot clock. McDermott glances up, lets it fly good.
That looks like an extremely difficult shot, and it is, but that is just one of the many things in Maya McDermott's repertoire. UNI's in a zone right now.
Long rebound pulled down by Alicia Williams, and the jumper is good.
Iowa State knew that UNI was going to give them different looks on defense. That time it was a 3-2 zone. Really hard to box out in that zone. Kind of caught up with UNI that time with Iowa State getting the shot.
A travel is called. 22 times Fenley has led Iowa State to the NCAA tournament. And it's stolen away. And you're for the Panther Sports Network as Iowa State has the ball, looking to build on a 2-point lead. A rough shooting.
One thing I know is they're not going to stop going to her. They will throw it in, they'll lob it, they'll try to get her as many touches as possible. So they have to determine how they're going to guard her so they get open looks at 3 like this.
Inside out, working to perfection. Emily Ryan has 11 points.
Audie's not going to miss point-blank shots for forever.
Another 3, this time a missed shot for the true freshman out of West Des Moines Valley in her first career start, Elise Jaeger. Fortunate for UNI, that rims out quickly to the other end, Taryn Orton. And that one tipped around, and the Cyclones have it with Addie Brown.
Harris got a wide open look that time off a transition, just didn't make it. Now got to survive. Audie Crooks down low.
Big shot by Harris. Harris averaging 11 points per game. She's 7 of 13 heading into this game, close to 50% from deep.
The TCU transfer showed me a lot there. She misses one and right back down the next floor. 2 passes into possession. She's willing to fire it again, and that's the confidence that Coach Fenley gives his players, especially from the 3-point line.
She's the 3rd leading scorer for the Iowa State Cyclones this season. Another missed shot by Taryn Orton, but a putback for our CFU Panther watch for the game. in Riley Goebel. She's out of Center Point Urbana High School.
If UNI is going to win this game, she has to play well. She does not have to score a ton of points, but she has to impact the game with tips, deflections, offensive rebounds, all the things you've seen so far through a little over a quarter.
Both teams shooting close to 50% from the floor. McDermott splashes it in right in front of the outstretched hand of Emily Ryan.
She does have to score points for UNI to win this game, and so far she looks pretty good.
Maya McDermott with 8 points, and now a whistle against the Cyclones.
7 or 8 points. Get this thing into the fourth quarter. Get the crowd behind you. Get Iowa State being a little nervous on the road for the first time. Being the 8th ranked team in the country, they can stay connected. They got a shot.
Crooks on the bench. McDermott. Shot clock at 7. McDermott has it with 3, 2, 1. The floater's good. Showtime, highlight reel play, time and time again for Maya McDermott.
That's what she does. That's what she does.
Back-to-back game winners 2 years ago against the Drake Bulldogs, where she hits a last-second buzzer beater to win the game against another in-state rival. Ryan gets the basket, and the women's hoops, D1 college basketball in the state of Iowa, alive and well yet another year, the 2024-25 edition. Because of local players like that, Maya McDermott out of Johnston, Iowa. Now, UNI called a timeout after an easy score by Iowa State. Ryerson fell down, and
they didn't like what they saw on a specific action that Iowa State ran. Want to get that straightened up, because if Bill Fenley and his staff see something that works, they're going to go right back to it over and over.
Shatia Wettering out of Montezuma, Iowa, the missed three-point shot. And three-point shooting has cooled off for UNI. They're now just 4 of 10 from the floor. Foul, that's the second against UNI here this quarter.
That they'd be down 4 with Iowa State being 50% from the 3. Panthers just stayed connected to Iowa State to make them have to think about things in the fourth quarter.
A 6-point deficit for the UNI Panthers as they work their half-court offense here.
UNI runs a real free-flowing motion offense with a lot of spacing, a lot of handoffs and ball screens, trying to get mismatches with big on little.
Ring it up for Maya McDermott. Feeling it tonight, 6 of 8 from the floor, and she has 15 points, and we still
She missed it, and Tanya was right next to her saying, keep shooting, great shot. That's the type of things you like to see to build a player's confidence.
Goebel trying to get position. That's a tough pass, spinning and kissing it off the glass for 2, Riley Goebel. And the true freshman Jaeger with another rebound. A 1-point ball game. Crossover, drive, Laube fouled in the act as she took it against the defense, and a pair of free throws.
She'll start making them, and I think they're going to see them throw the ball inside to her a little bit more here as we finish this first half.
A senior out of Marion, Iowa. Marion High School.
It couldn't be more impressed with the way that UNI has guarded her as a team in this game. There's 3 players on her.
And some way, somehow, she spins away and gets 2.
And she's made the difficult ones tonight and has missed the bunnies.
6 points for Crooks. Brown with 10, Ryan with 13 for Iowa State. McDermott, the only player in double digits in scoring for the Panthers. She has 15. Good pass. Wide open, a breakdown defensively. That's about as easy of a bucket as you're going to get.
That's that. The ball screens, the handoffs, a little mix up by Iowa State. One person switched, the other one didn't. And it left Goebel wide open underneath.
And the ball drops through, rattles around. A smirk and smile. Sprinkling some out-of-staters in there for both programs. This game might mean a little more for some of the Iowa natives. Timed that perfectly. Addie Brown says, get that out of here.
Great back cut by Laube, but she met Addie Brown at the rim, and Addie Brown won that battle.
Cyclones leading the rebounding margin 21-16. Just tearing it up. 15 points. Having herself a night.
It's such a hard inbounds play to guard. Crook sets a down screen for Brown. And you've got Crooks isolated at the point. Maya McDermott for another three.
Maya McDermott, 18 points for number 0.
1 point game.
We'll have a bunch of statistics and highlights from that first half on our halftime show.
Unless Iowa State turns it over here, this will be the last shot, most likely, of the half. If they go quick, Panthers might be able to get a heave.
Brown has taken this game over. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Green looked like a lot of contact in the act of shooting. No foul called, and it's a one-possession ball game at the half.
Probably not, but we're going to see some tweaks.
UNI starts with the basketball at a near-capacity crowd with at least half of them wearing the Cardinal and gold. McDermott, that shot was dropping through in the first half.
See a mismatch now, the ball screen switch. So there's the adjustment right there. They went to a ball screen with Crooks to get the switch. There was no double team that time.
An easy 2-point basket for Crooks. She has 8 points now. Close to being the third Cyclone in double figures.
Audie Crooks gets a low block touch.
As Fenley looking on. Tied for the longest tenured Power 4 coach in men's and women's basketball.
Here's the adjustment. Northern Iowa goes to their 2-3 trapping zone. They're not going to let Crooks get isolated by running this defense.
Bounce pass, beautiful, unselfish. Once the defender committed, an easy drop-off bouncer, and a quick 4-0 run for Crooks.
Not the first time Panthers have run that defense, so Iowa State came in prepared.
Blocked shot by Ryan.
It's just added length. We've always noticed this when you play from Missouri Valley Conference, you go up a league into the Big 12, Big 10. Every player is a little bit taller, and that time you saw that with Emily Ryan.
And the momentum's starting to turn a little bit here in favor of the 8th-ranked Iowa State Cyclone.
It'll be down screen seal for Crooks on the weak side.
Almost lost it, and they do again. Uncharacteristic. And an easy transition basket for McDermott. She's sitting at 20 points now. A 6-point lead in the basketball for Iowa State. Crooks has it. Crooks scores it. Crooks again, one of the keys. Good hustle to get back defensively. And for the second time this game, a travel violation.
Like Cyclones.
Tanya Warren in her 18th season. Fenley in his 30th for Iowa State. McDermott, the trailer, the 3. Yes, another one for the freshman. She'd only made 1 3-pointer in her college career heading into this game. Under 6 to play, third quarter here. And a foul against Audie Crooks.
One thing I've noticed this year is women's basketball referees will call more offensive fouls than men's basketball referees. I don't know why that is. They just will.
Another one. 25 points for Maya McDermott. Baseline drive, the kiss. Oh, too strong. And UNI has it. Iowa State won the first quarter by 2. Won the second quarter by 1. And right now, UNI's leading the third quarter 10-9. Taking the momentum and grabbed it back on their side after a sluggish start of this second half. Laube, she doesn't need much space. She knocks it in. Cable Laube is now 3 of 4 from deep. Here comes Wettering.
Hard switch that time.
Great half-court defense And the Cyclones in a scoring drought. They have not scored, according to my stat monitor, in over 4.5 minutes.
What a pass.
And the finish, the freshman to the Montezuma, Iowa native Wettering. And the Panthers have the 3-point lead.
I can't express enough how hard of a pass it is for a freshman 5 going downhill.
Another turnover by the Cyclones. Panthers have the lead over the 8th-ranked Iowa State Cyclones, and they have the basketball as well. Maya McDermott leading all players with 25 points. She has the ball in her hand. 27, yes, she has 27 with 2 minutes to go here in the third. Biggest lead for the Panthers here as Iowa State looking for answers. They've been scoreless for 5.5 minutes off the game clock. Not just 5.5 minutes when we were at commercial break, 5.5 minutes of the game, no points for Iowa State, and they're 1 out of their last 8 field goals. McDermott.
Just not enough shot attempts for Addie Brown, Audie Crooks, and Emily Ryan so far in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
There's a high percentage shot.
Yeah. They're running every action. They're emptying the Maya McDermott playbook right now. Biggest shot of the game.
And it's good for Emerson Green, the Cedar Falls, Iowa native. In just her second game, coming back off ACL surgery. And it is the Panthers leading 61-55.
Another tip by Goebel. The roof is going to come off.
Holy buckets! The Panthers 64-55 lead over the number 8th ranked Iowa State Cyclones. Reality TV at its finest, unscripted, and the Panthers have risen to the occasion. Oh, we're not done yet. 10 more minutes left to play.
Live sports are the best, Eric.
It's been tight right from the opening tip, but right now UNI with their largest lead of the game, and the Panthers are on a 6-0 run. And great defense.
Right now, Riley Goebel is giving Addie Brown fits. Her length, she can't pass it, she can't shoot around her. Gonna have to make one more.
Green, short, and the Cyclones have it.
Iowa State's gonna have to try, they're not in a rush, but they have to play a little bit faster on misses.
Crooks, strong, Goebel, the rebound.
She just doesn't miss those shots, and she's missing them tonight.
5 of 12 from the floor for Audie Crooks. Green in attack mode.
It's really fun to watch.
One more free throw. Undisputed regular season champions as they took down Drake. They went undefeated running the table in conference play. Congratulations to Bobby Peterson. 4 points for number 4, Emerson Green.
10-point lead, half-court trap. Another tip by Goebel. She is giving Addie Brown fits.
Would have been a huge shot, just rimming out. And the Cyclones with some work to do, trailing by double digits. Crooks and McDermott was there. I couldn't tell from my vantage point.
What is it when she comes back in the game? Because she's not scoring, but I promise you she is impacting this game.
For Crooks, she had 6 points in the first half, had 6 points in the first 4 minutes of the second half, 5 of 12 shooting from the floor, 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Cyclones are going to have to win games in tough road environments like this.
4 fouls for Jackson.
McDermott hanging in the air, knocking it in. 29 points for Maya. Cyclones, I know the fans might be getting a little panicky here. They have the weapons to come back and win this game. Case in point.
Yeah, anytime it's a single team, and I know we said it 11 times tonight, but you just got to throw her the ball. They'll throw some zones, some junk defense at you, but they don't do a lot of full court, half court trap, things to speed you up on offense. That can sometimes play into how easy it is to come back when you have a deficit of right now 9 points.
Another missed opportunity for the Cyclones to slice into this deficit. McDermott pulling Brown out. Under 10 on the shot clock. In the lane. Back out to Laube. Tough shot. And free throws coming up. Kelsey Jones whistled. First team All-Missouri Valley Conference in 2022. First team Missouri Valley Conference last year. The Cyclones. Emily Ryan.
Ball
the
pressure.
Drive by Jackson.
The ball pressure is really bothering Iowa State.
Too strong, but an easy weak side put back for two. 17 for Crooks.
Panther Fives are going to have to make one more three-pointer, I think.
Good. Ring it up. Confidence by 15 here in the second half, 31-16. Another defensive stop for the University of Northern Iowa.
UNI's starters, Eric, are shooting 11 for 16 from three.
That seems
That's
good.
69% for the five starters for Northern Iowa.
And one of them is a true freshman in her first college start. McDermott slicing, dicing, weaving her way through. She's now scored more points than she did at Hilton Coliseum last year, which was 30. She has 31.
They just can't guard her off all the staggers and the handoffs. The problem is it's too late for Iowa State to play zone. If this were the second quarter,
sure,
they would go zone, but they're down by too many points.
No second chance opportunities for the Cyclones on that missed three-pointer. Panthers still appear to be in attack mode, even though they're sitting on a 14-point lead. Just dominating the third quarter, 23-11, and dominating this fourth quarter as well.
Wow, the freshman. Katie Ryerson goes right at the All-American.
I know a lot of Cyclone fans tuning in have to be frustrated. And a chance at the three-point play.
I know that it's the right thing to do. Bill Fenley's an Iowa person. Lisa Bluter played basketball at UNI. Jan Jensen's from the state of Iowa. So they just
kind of, Drake.
Yeah, they take the high road. They know it's important for the state. That's the guess that I have. But I know that Bill's also told me before that he likes an early road test. Win or lose. Win or lose, this game is going to help Iowa State win a Big 12 road game at some point this year.
Battle tested on the road out of the comforts of Hilton Coliseum. If you're keeping track at home, that's 33 now for Maya McDermott out of Johnston, Iowa. She might be small, but boy, is she mighty.
She has stepped up. She's just had a special evening. She feels Grace Buffelli's presence, her best friend not able to play, her classmate.
A late whistle, and it's going to be called a blocking foul.
There's been so many things. McDermott's been amazing. Cable Laube has 19 points. Jaeger's been phenomenal. That's how you have to pull off upsets.
McDermott wants the ball in her hands. Two more. 35 for Maya. Standing up, trying to cheer on their fellow student athletes to get that top 10 victory on this home court. Good inside out. The three is good. There's a heartbeat.
So appreciative to the spotlight that game day provided to that.
So well done. And if you see Darth Vader in the parking lots at an upcoming Jack Trice Cyclone tailgate,
courtesy of Disney.
Yeah, that I like to hear that. Here's an open three, and that's good. Okay. Kenzie Hare, she averages 7 points per game. She has 11 in double figures now.
Well, you knew they were going to make a run. What you can't afford is a quick shot unless you get fouled. That's a big call. On Thanksgiving Day, UNI schedule is really tough, too. They play Auburn, Kansas, and Pittsburgh in the Virgin Islands. Then ho-hum, come home and host Creighton in South Dakota. Then go at South Dakota State, at Iowa. It's one of the hardest stretches I've ever seen.
Incredible. Speaking of incredible, how about 37 points for Maya McDermott? 37 points. She's listed at 5'6". And the run out and finish. Panthers want to get to 100. No mercy, up 14.
I've never seen a player at Northern Iowa disrupt things on defense the way that Riley Goebel does. And it's a bold statement.
Crooks will have to earn it.
Quite as loaded as Iowa State the rest of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. Can they sustain this? We will see. But just a terrific night for UNI. And what it does, Eric, it gives them hope for the rest of the season that they don't need to just to turn it in. They're going to have a lot to play for this year. Now, at the big level, if you have one of those special seasons and you're on the brink of an at-large bid, which there's a lot of things that would need to play into that, when you have a win over a top 10 team, that is a big thing with the selection committee.
Goebel fouls out, 25 minutes, 8 points. The Panthers only have one loss, and it was against a Ball State team that, if I was a betting man, they're making the NCAA tournament as they're number 2 in the mid-major top 25 poll. Green taken down, and free throws coming.
She buries that three, and I think they took the lead from 5 to 8 or 8 to 11, something like that, and you could just see the Panthers relax.
All right, Adam, can you give the Iowa State Cyclone fans that are pulling out their hair right now a little pep talk? The fortunate thing is November, December, January, February, and March. This is a long season.
Well, Iowa State's going to be just fine. The reason they're going to be just fine is they're built to play in the Big 12. They kind of zig and zag against what the Big 12 is all length and pressure.
Nice shot.
And Bill Fenley can counteract that with the things that they do with their spacing and the sets that they run. The greatest thing about sports is it's unpredictable,
on that given night,
and you never know. And Coach Fenley be the first to
Iowa State trying to make this final 52 seconds take as long as possible and keep that door of opportunity open. Cable Albee has other plans.
Let's just take a moment. UNI has 87 points.
21 points for Albee.
87 points is a lot. I don't care if you're playing, a JV high school team. Like, this is Iowa State, and they put up 87 points with ease.
A lot of points in transition. A lot of deep three-pointers, and UNI will be able to celebrate this one. Not often you beat the Iowa State Cyclones. Not often you beat a top 25 ranked team, and the UNI women's basketball program has never beat a top 10 team. A special night, a classy move to turn the ball over, and that is just the 6th turnover for the Panthers in this game. Tanya Warren soaking it up.
Coach Bill Fenley not going to shoot it as well, just mirroring the sportsmanship of the Panthers, riding out the shot clock. The game's over. Both teams are going to have great seasons. But what a special night inside the McLeod Center as the crowd echoes the UNI cheer.